Is retroactive jealousy justified? You've been told it's just insecurity, that your feelings are irrational, that you need to get over it and accept the past. But what if your retroactive jealousy is actually justified? Let's talk about it. Now, this topic came recommended by one of my subscribers who commented under one of my posts, wanting me to share my thoughts and what is my advice on this topic. So for those of you that haven't heard about retroactive jealousy, we've got to start with a definition here. Retroactive jealousy is defined as the anxiety or discomfort someone feels when thinking about their partner's past, more specifically their past relationships or sexual experiences, especially when they see things in their current behavior that doesn't align with their values. So, based on that definition, I don't understand why a lot of people think retroactive jealousy is a bad thing. I think it's justified because it's usually framed as, oh, it's your problem. You're insecure. You need to suppress that. You need to get over her past. She's changed. She's a different person. But let me ask you something. If you've lived with discipline and integrity, you've protected your body and honored your future wife, why wouldn't you feel off knowing your partner spent years doing the exact opposite? So let's start here. Why some jealousy is actually righteous. You see, the issue isn't that she has a past. It's that her past reveals something about her values, especially given the fact that most people truly don't change. They just put on masks. And a lot of men today are shamed for having standards. But retroactive jealousy in many cases is just discernment. It's a signal. You're alert to what's going on in your environment. The information, the patterns that you are seeing and receiving from her are not adding up. Okay? You're not jealous because you're insecure. You're alert because you're observant. You don't know if she's healed. You don't know if she's repented. You don't know if she's still secretly living in that old mindset. And let's be honest, how many women out here have truly turned their life around? Or are just saying what men want to hear? And if you want to be genuine with this, if you're a man listening, whatever your body count or sexual history is, that is what you should be okay to accept in a woman. If you're out here hooking up, sleeping with women, you've got a 10, 20 body count, that's what you deserve. You shouldn't judge. But if you're a guy who's actually held your standards and you haven't given your body out, you value loyalty, you value integrity, you haven't cheated on anyone, you haven't mistreated a woman, yeah, it's going to be in your interest, common sense, to look at a woman and determine, does she value loyalty? Does she have a clean past? Because you're never going to feel uncomfortable. You're never going to feel comfortable with a woman with a different sexual history to you. And if you ask good women with high standards and self-esteem, they'll tell you the same thing. They don't want to be with a guy who's been with different women. They want a guy who's upheld his standards too, because it's a relatability factor and it gives comfort and clarity. And quite frankly, modern dating makes it worse. In our culture, a lot of women, due to feminism, are told that their past doesn't matter. That means you just accept them no matter what. But here's what they don't get. A man isn't just picking a body, he's picking a mother for his kids. He's picking a woman to trust with his legacy. And if her past shows poor judgment, low impulse control, or a pattern of disrespecting herself, why would a man want to invest his life into that? You can't build a righteous future from a reckless foundation. It goes both ways. It takes two to tango. But let me be clear. Retroactive jealousy becomes toxic when it turns into bitterness, control, mental abuse. Now you're trying to insult her, shame her, or you're just wasting your time with her. That's not what I'm endorsing. What I am saying is don't gaslight yourself. Don't ignore the red flags. Don't let the world shame you for asking her hard questions. If her past troubles you, vet deeper. Look at how she lives now. Does she live with integrity, modesty, and accountability? Or is she just better at hiding it? Because if your gut feeling is screaming that something is off, listen to it. It's not unjustified jealousy. It's actually quite wise. So, in a world that glorifies casual sex and shames masculine standards, you have to be a man who leads with clarity, not confusion. Your standards are valid, your discernment is strength, and ultimately, your legacy deserves protection. So yes, sometimes, in fact, most of the time, when you feel jealous in a relationship, it's not because you're insecure or bad things have happened to you in the past. It's because the woman you are with is either hiding something, you get the sense she's lying, there's something off in her patterns about her past, about who she is now, or the way she's behaving currently, doing inappropriate things. Maybe she has guy friends. Maybe you catch her lusting or being inappropriate with other men. That is going to send valid signals for you to not feel comfortable. And if that's the case, as this subscriber said, what is your advice? My advice is, if you have clarity that there's something off about her past that you just can't accept, providing yours is clean, and you don't feel comfortable, leave. Walk away and find a woman who is more compatible, and that's the end of that. You should never feel guilty for wanting to protect your legacy. At the end of the day, you're responsible for the quality of woman that you choose. And there's a lot of behaviors that guys will display when they're jealous. You're always questioning her about her past relationships. You're, doing an internet search on your ex. You're looking her up to see if she has any fake second Instagram or social media accounts. You create fake accounts to view who she is. You investigate about her old high school days, her college days, looking at her records online. Some guys have even gone as further as to get like a private investigator, like going through her stuff. Does she have any, secret boxes, or is she holding on to any memorabilia from an ex-lover or something? And sometimes that jealousy leads you to go down that search, and you might be right. Other times, you might just be projecting because you've been hurt. Maybe your ex cheated on you. Maybe you've only dated bad quality women, so you don't know what a good woman is. And now you vomit your insecurities over a woman because you don't know what real love is. So it is important to be mindful and judge objectively. But quite frankly, if you feel anxious or something is off about who she is, and you dig deeper and there's signs that add up, there's evidence, the best thing you should do is to just walk away. That is what I recommend for you. Pretty simple. Don't gaslight yourself. Don't waste your time. And if you want to go deeper in how to vet a woman, how to lead, and how to court a woman who's actually worthy of your future, that's what I teach. So if you'd like to learn more about that, I'll leave a link down below for my relationship community, and I'll see you in it. If you have any other questions or any other video suggestions, let me know down below.